Hey, how you going there? It's Anthony here. I just wanted to have a bit of a snapshot, I suppose, over the top of what I've created here and what I want to start to share with you. So the goal here is that I'm sharing some insights, what is SAM and how does SAM basically work. Now I'm going to actually set up a SAM chat in here. You'll be able to ask further questions, and at the same time, let's see what it looks like. So I'll just go through the headings. I'll go through the intent, I suppose, of what's going on. And from there, I'm going to take this back to AI myself. I'm going to actually create some more conversation points, I suppose, and build this out into some video training with some more specifics. So, SAM, simplify. What does it stand for? Simplified Automated Management, or simply automate, manage. Simplify, automate, manage. The three key words that are fundamentally, I think, what we're all trying to achieve is simplify our life. By doing that, it's like automating what we can, and fundamentally, it gives us more time to do what's needed to do or manage in a better way. Now, I'm a bit of a tech head, so I'm having a bit of trouble to get to non-tech non-tech jargon. Now I understand what I'm saying, but I also see that there's a sense of a gap, I suppose, whether in how you'll hear me talk, and I don't want to confuse you. So that's why I'm doing this bit of a snapshot summary at the moment and just going through from what I hope is a bit of, again, insights. So 175 millions of words of code created SAM AI, and here's what I learned. AI is probably the most amazing, um, I'm going to call it life transforming bit of gear that's come along in recent history. It it is a system, it is a process, it can make mistakes, but really what I've seen, and probably been doing this for roughly 6 months at the time of this recording, is its ability to no, it is transforming at such a fast pace that what I had to manage 6 months ago is not what I have to manage today. And it's evolving so quickly that you're not necessarily going to see the things that I see in AI space. You're not going to necessarily read the things that having put in front of me in AI space, but it is seriously, seriously game changing environment. Without me rabbiting on, again, I've seen errors, I've seen skills, I've seen agents, I've seen a big mess I've had to clean up. I've just seen so many things that AI can take you down all these different rabbit warrens. And at the end of the day, it's as much about harnessing its capacity is about knowing its capacity. So it can cause a lot of, I say I've got a love-hate relationship with this thing. One moment I love it, next minute I hate it. And it's like, but as I get closer to completion, the more and more I love it because I've cleaned up, I've put guardrails around, I've harnessed its capacity, I've built major focus and very tight focused windows, I would call it, for how it operates. So SAM AI is actually built on the top of an all-in-one business management system called Odoo. You can go and search that, ODOO. And I sort of used to call it an ERP system, which is still a bit tech jargon, but it's your CRM, it's your projects, it's your tasks, it's your accounts. It's if you want to be an e-com business, then it's your e-com, it's your website. In fact, I'll just quickly, and this is a little bit messy at the moment, but you just get all these modules. So your website, Sam's knowledge building, automation, accounts. This is personalized for ourselves, timesheets, business. If I click onto this one just quickly, I shouldn't have done that, but I have. You can build out your own business by simply one click install. What do I want? I actually am a manufacturing business on one side, so I'd simply click that. That business has a field service, so I'd simply click that. But as I'm doing this and building it on my SME site, I don't actually need those units. If I jumped across to another one of my systems, those would be turned on. Now, if I go backwards, hopefully this takes us back to where we were. So there's 14 million people in the vicinity of using Odoo globally. Now, I've been using it for 13 and a half years, I think it is, maybe a little bit longer. Mighty powerful stuff. And every year it evolves. So every year it's keeping up with technology. Every year you've got a new version to roll out. I started with version 6.1. It's now rolling out it's now got version up to version 19. And we built SAM AI system all around version 18, and more specifically the community version, which is actually free to download. And what does that mean, free to download? You can actually install it on your local computer. It gives you a whole cost aspect saving. It gives you a risk management saving because it's all on your local computer. Might be on your servers. We've got server out the back here. We've got cloud servers. We've kind of done a bit of everything, if I may. And that's only because of the different business models and the different times and the different risk profiles and risk management sort of elements that I was looking at. So huge amount of capacity there. Again, I've simplified it. Odoo is quite technical, hugely capable. And I say with capacity comes confusion. And I've really tried to simplify SAM. It's very, very scalable. It's a standard series of systems, okay, that you just one click install what you want to use. I'm not going to go through that level. In the video, I will get more intense, but at this point, it's not about, it's a summary of what's going on. So what we've done is, regardless of where you are in your system, SAM will be following you. You can't see the URL here or the file up the top, but let's say that was the Google search bar or what have you, and it's got the location of where it is. SAM's going to know exactly where you are at any point in time. It's going to be contextual, so it would know whether you're working on your website. It will know whether you're working inside your CRM. It will know whether you're working inside a workflow automation. And it's designed to help you be very specific in each of these areas. So when you go to a workflow automation, as an example, it's going to be able to help you set it up. You're going to have an AI conversation in there, skilled up, ready to go, helps you build what needs to be built. That's intention there, is to simplify your life. I know I'm extremely busy person, like extremely busy. So it's the goal was that you could ask Sam, not necessarily myself. Maybe that makes me a bit of lazy or avoidance, I'm not sure, but quite frankly, it's very hard to keep up with building and talking or spruiking. And I believe that is one-to-many model is the best way to go. So it's going to know wherever you are. Now, when I say I've also got your AI business partner, so SAM is your AI business partner that simplifies, automates, and helps you manage your business. And all of those skills and how it's built, or the building blocks, are all built in. And again, there's a huge amount of words of code, huge amounts of code involved. And it's always evolving like any software, but it's ready to go right now as well. So let's say we wanted a different tone or a different analytical view, we would have a different skill that we would actually set. Now, that could be called a system prompt. It could be, it used to be called a prompt, and then it's called an agent, and then it's called a skill. And it's just as times evolved, this name, I'm not going to call it for the minute techie name, has changed. And I don't confess to know everything, but it's, some of our skills are, and I'll go into it in more detail in that particular video, but the skills are, who do I want to work with in this department? Who am I going to recruit? What's the job description of this person? How are they going to act? What are their boundaries? Those are the sort of, if I was looking for a person and HR was building, we actually built SAM as our chief of staff in our org chart. And now Sam actually helps recruit or build more agents for us. And you get access to all of that capacity as well. So you haven't had to create thousands of words. You haven't had to be as technical. You just have to ask Sam by a simple, and I'll go into it further, click, select, there you go. So I believe that this is moving towards the holy grail of business automation now. And what I think is a feather in my cap is my ability to reverse engineer um, or look at systems in a way that says, that's just doing this and that's just doing that. That's that piece of data talking to that piece of data. And it's kind of like my techie systems brain just connects the dots somehow. So I don't necessarily look at a new piece of software as, oh, I need that. I go, oh, how's that working? Oh, we'll do that here. We'll just add it in. And as you can see down the bottom, if I scroll down quickly, it's there you go. I'm an idiot for sharing my tech ed superpower, but that's basically what it is. So we've done some lessons and viral video coach and how do you make your videos go viral. I did a course and I'm going, yeah, okay, I get that. This piece of software, that piece of software, no. This function, that function, no. This, we'll build it. So we did. And now it's yours as a bonus offer as well. Now, coming back, so there's another program out there. There's Make, there's Zapier, there's N8N, there's a number of others. Go High Level has automated workflows. But what I love about this thing is that Techie Talk is APIs, which is a protocol in tech world, and it's simply the connection between all of these different systems. And whilst we've built this and it's got a lot of already pre-built, we can connect to Airtable, we can connect to Google, we can connect to Microsoft, we can connect to almost you name it, we can connect to it. And if we can't, I guarantee 100% we can, as long as they've got an API connection, or there's a few variants of that tech jargon name. So I think it's the holy grail of business automation, and I'm super pumped about what it's actually got already built in. So here we are with one-click automated marketers, one-click AI receptionists, one-click business coaches. You just think of the, create your own skilled agent. It's like it's just all automated and already there. One click, install. You'll need to help work with Sam to actually do some of your own personalization, because I'm not inside your business as I speak to you here now, but I am very conscious of your words, your vocabulary, your target market, their keywords, your pictures, in automated marketers, for the example, this is actually, it's got an AI avatar, so it'll be your pictures if you wanted yours. How are you building your own videos? It's what are your keywords? What are your target market pain points, things like that. So it's an automated workflow that creates an article and then turns it into social content, because each social platform has a slightly different parameter or audience. So you might want to critique. So we create a big article that fundamentally becomes a blog post. And then that article gets utilized by all these socials to get snippets and automatically distribute it and post it. You just choose the schedule. I mean, of course, you've got to build it based on what you want, but the engine, the vehicle is already pre-built for you on one click. So pretty cool, I think. Business receptionist, again, it's like a lot of business intelligence. And because of, I'll be going into this in a bit more depth overall, but what it is now is we've built, as part of Sam's brain, it goes through a lot of programmed thought processes or programmed pathways to, it's almost like the human has their neuron and the brain fires off and it goes to that known knowledge and it goes to that known knowledge and it connects all the dots. Well, that's basically what Sam's doing now. It's going through this skill and this skill and this skill, and it's collating and collating before we push it back up to these large language models, which is really, these are the systems that are turning, I'll call it system words, into human conversation. Um, so we've set up a massive SAM knowledge database. So every time Sam thinks, Sam's thinking about your systems, your environment, and how it's created. But when Sam's talking to you and you're building your business system, you're building it in your own database. It's unique to your business now. It's not out there in AI space. It's actually built into your business. And there's a couple of crossovers with how AI works and what have you, but I'm not going to get too tech head on that right now. So I've talked a lot about Odoo, or I haven't talked a lot about Odoo. I've talked about a lot of blah, 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 I'll call it. But at the same time, Odoo is built on modules, and some of the modules, and there's community with thousands and thousands and thousands of modules, or I'll call them building blocks. So some of them are like really small, some of them are really big. But what we've done is it's as one click to install, but we've categorized them into like a CRM or a sales environment, a project environment. So you can build your business with one click additions to what you need. I've tried to make Sam AI, when you sign in, powerful to begin, but not cause confusion with all this capacity. So I think I've basically gone over the top of pretty much everything that's here as I scroll through and look. I think that if I just come down to this community benefits, it's the ability now to leverage what's already there. We've got community versions, we've got open source, we've got free, I'll call it to a certain extent, available for all of these things. I'm just one person on this big wide planet that's able to connect and create this type of platform for non-tech people, I'm assuming, like yourselves. I've been told by other people that it's simply amazing what's been created. It's mind-blowing, and there's many developers who haven't been able to keep up with what I've done using AI. So in amongst community and collaboration and growth, I've been using this software, I've used this software, I've used this software, and I've collated all of that software into this one hub. Now, Odoo has already done that relentlessly year on year on year, and it's actually bloody good now, like really, really good now. And over the years, as they had websites, it's evolved, but it's really crisp and clean now. Very, relatively speaking, very easy to use. Like I left Go High Level because it was like, holy heck, I'm just spending hours upon hours upon hours upon hours learning this. I might as well spend those same hours developing this, and ultimately it's easier for everyone to use later on. So let's say your business is a finance business, or your business is a coaching business, or your business is a manufacturing business. Over time, these business models evolve with evolution, and people want this and want that. We'll find that their wants and needs are actually have a relative amount of consistency. Let's say there's 10 manufacturers, let's say there's 10 coaches, and those businesses each wanted something unique within their business model. I don't know what business coaches and consultants want as unique, but I know in manufacturing it could be unique a bit more. So with that, there's standards, and then there's standard elements that are universal, and then there's personalization. So we've got the ability now to leverage the universally desired elements, and then we've also got the ability to customize it just very, very, very specific to you. So I think that again, I'll go back to the start. I believe that what's being created here is possibly the most powerful AI business system available. I've been working online for 10 plus years. I've seen all the ads, all the promotions, all the rant and rave of selling AI widgets and whatsits, but I've never seen anything tie it all together inside your business. Anyway, I'm Anthony. I'm here to help make your success easier. And I'll talk to you on the next one on the inside, and we'll go through more and more and more of these. So I hope I haven't ranted on too much, but upwards and onwards. Bye for now.